Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Small Couch Reviews. It's your boy Sam, riding solo today. Got to see a movie that I was not planning on seeing, which is odd. There were quite a few movies that I wanted to see this weekend. Still gonna try to see Boy Kills World with Bill Skarsgård and try to watch that with Jovi and get you guys a review. And I'm definitely going to see Challengers with Jovi, and we're going to review that Zendaya film. But this one, Abigail, was not on my radar, and I am very pleasantly surprised with it. So yeah, I was not planning to see this. I was actually taken to this movie. As you guys know, or you might not know, horror is not really my jam. I can enjoy a good horror movie, you know, like Black Phone or Fresh or Barbarian in recent memory, or Scream movies, but genuinely going to the movie to be scared, it's not something I'm into. So like Insidious, those Conjuring movies, the Omen movies, not really for me. But this one was brought to us by the guys behind Screams 5 and 6, so that explains why it's right up my alley. Now, if you haven't seen the trailer, this movie is basically this group of thieves, Reservoir Dog style. They don't know each other and they use code names. They come together to perform a job that is kidnapping a little girl for ransom. After they get the little girl, they take her to their hideaway, and they're just waiting for the ransom to come through. But they realize they have kidnapped the wrong little girl because she is a vampire and she is about to kill them all. So our kidnapping cast was actually very good. It includes Melissa Barrera of Scream fame, my guy Dan Stevens, who he could do no wrong. He was the one good thing in that Godzilla movie that I just watched that I did not review, and I don't think I will. But who else? We got Catherine Newton, who was in the underrated Lisa Frankenstein, and who OGs will remember from Supernatural as Castiel's daughter. Kevin Durand, Giancarlo Esposito, the late Angus Cloud is in this movie. And then rounding out our cast is the little girl herself, Alicia Ware, who I hear also stars in the Netflix remake of Matilda. And I also hear there is a Netflix remake of Matilda. And they are all fantastic, and I'll get to that a little later. But this movie really just, it does exactly what you need it to do. It's a great popcorn flick, not too long, which is something I always complain about. But it was just perfect, and it really only has one pretty glaring weakness, even though it's not really the movie's fault. So in this movie, like I said, these kidnappers take this little girl and they go to their hideaway while they're waiting for the ransom to come through. As things start to happen in this house, they're like, okay, what's going on? Is there a outside force coming in here? Like, because they find out the little girl's father is a very powerful man. So they're like, did he send somebody in this house who was trying to pick us off? Is it one of us trying to pick each other off, to get a bigger piece of the pot? Or, could it be, as an audience member, you might have thought, oh, could it be another crew coming in trying to take over this job? But if you've watched the trailer, or even a teaser, like if it popped up on YouTube and it's an ad you can't skip, or you're walking through the theater and you see the poster, or you think about the name of the movie, it's the little girl. Like, she is the one doing this to them. So for the first about 47 minutes of this movie, they're trying to figure out what's happening, but as an audience member, I already know. So, all these theories, while it would have been cool to, figure it out with them, I'm like, I need you guys to get there so the rest of this movie can happen. And yeah, it's not really the movie's fault, because, obviously no person's gonna just think, oh, vampire, right? And I don't even know if I can blame the marketing, because when a friend told me, oh, I want to go see this, I was like, oh, that's the movie with the little girl who's a vampire. I was like, all right, yeah, cool, I'm into that. I don't know if I would have watched that if all I had known was, oh, they're kidnapping a little girl. So, it's I don't actually know how this would have been fixed, but it's just something I thought I should point out, because it really is noticeable after a while when you're like, guys, it's nothing you're thinking of. The little girl is doing this to you. So the best part of this movie is honestly the characters. Like I said, it's Reservoir Dogs style, so they don't know each other and they all go by code names, but you get pieces of information about them, and it's just interesting to learn a little bit about them as the movie goes on. They all shine. There's no one who's really a weakness here at all. Melissa Barrera and Dan Stevens, I think, are probably considered the leads here, and they carry the movie well. Outside of the little girl, who I'll get to in a minute. But my favorite character is actually Kevin Durand's character, who is he plays like the muscle. And it's because it's very clear that more than the rest of them, he doesn't like what he has to do for a living to make money. He doesn't like his job, but he's doing it because he needs to. And even though he doesn't know these people, he's like the lovable big oaf. He treats them like friends and almost like family, and he cares about them and doesn't want to see them hurt. He was the prime example of someone that you want to get to know more of. But really, the star of the show is the little girl, Alicia Ware. She steals the show. Now, I gotta say this: her acting is phenomenal. I don't know, not all kid. I remember when kid actors were not all like the kids from Stranger Things. They used to be really, really bad and have to rely on the adults to, kind of carry them through the movies. It's not been happening recently, and especially not here. She is a bona fide star. So she has to play this little girl who gets kidnapped, right, and is vulnerable, and then she has to transition to basically this monster. And there's a fantastic scene when you literally see her face change from being like, oh, I'm terrified, to being like, okay, let me stop playing around with these people and kill them. And you legit you see her change. I thought it was amazing. And when she, takes off her disguise and basically reveals she's a centuries-old vampire, her whole demeanor and the whole movie changes. She's toying with these people, treating them like her food. And it's amazing to see how she has this air of maturity on her, even though she's in this tiny body. And she is where a lot of the laughs come from, honestly, when she's just really playing with them, making them think that they're doing something smart when they really just have no chance against her. Also, she seems to be doing all the practical stunts, all the practical effects. She seems to be doing it herself, which is very impressive. So kudos to her. Really, I think I don't know that another child actor could have done better than she did. So really, that's it, guys. The characters are all good. It's not too long. You can just turn off your brain, eat some popcorn, and watch this movie. I would actually watch this again. It really is. It's the perfect time at the movies, and Alicia Ware does her thing as this month. She is really entertaining is the theme. It does its job, guys. So if you go watch it, let me know what you think right down there in the comments. Thank you so much for watching this, and until next time, I'm out.